The Sunjammer Fiction by Arthur C. Clarke. Imagine a ship, but not a ship that sails on oceans. This one does not cut through waves, nor does it ride the winds of earth. It sails through space itself, with no engine, no fuel, and no sound. Its sails are not canvas, but vast sheets of shining film, thinner than paper, yet larger than a football field. Its wind is not air, but sunlight. Every photon from the sun carries momentum, the faintest push, but constant, eternal. Harness that, and you can drift forever, riding on the light of a star. This is the vision Arthur C. Clarke captured in his story, The Wind from the Sun. First published in 1964, at the height of the space race, Clarke imagined a competition unlike any other. A race across space, powered only by sunlight. But behind the science and spectacle lies something deeper, the human desire to explore, to dream, and to chase freedom among the stars. Tonight, we'll journey through that story. We'll explore not only what happens to the lone Captain John Merton and his craft Diana, but also the science behind solar sails, the symbolic weight of Clarke's vision, and what it tells us about the future of humanity. The year is the mid-21st century. Humanity has expanded its reach into space. Rockets, stations, satellites, all are familiar now. But this race is different. An international competition has been organized, the first solar yacht race. The rules are simple. Each craft must be powered only by a solar sail. No engines, no fuel. Just sunlight, pushing against giant reflective sheets. The race course. Orbit around the Earth, looping out toward the moon's distance, then back. The competitors. Vast corporations, backed by nations. Enormous teams of scientists, engineers, and pilots. Each building sails kilometers wide, controlled with the precision of art and science combined. And then, there is one man, John Merton. Merton is not backed by nations. He is not funded by corporations. He is an individual, a dreamer, a sailor, a man with a vision. He believes in the purity of solar sailing, in the elegance of one man alone with his ship, riding the light of the sun. His craft is named Diana. It is smaller than the others, lighter, more fragile. Its sail gleams like silver silk, stretching hundreds of meters across space. Merton himself sits at the center, in a tiny cabin no larger than a car. Where others rely on teams and computers, Merton trusts his own skill. He sees himself as a sailor, in the truest sense, not of seas, but of space. The race begins in low Earth orbit. Giant sails are unfurled. Like flowers opening to the sun, they blossom in space, catching the faint but relentless pressure of light. The solar wind is invisible. It cannot be felt by touch. But slowly, gently, steadily, the ships begin to move. The race has begun. At first, it seems almost trivial. The acceleration is so slow it's barely noticeable. No roaring engines, no fiery exhaust, just silence, and a drifting speed measured in meters per second. But Merton knows the truth. Unlike rockets, solar sails never run out of fuel. The push of sunlight continues endlessly. Minute by minute, hour by hour, the acceleration builds. In time, a solar yacht can reach speeds impossible for chemical rockets. As the race continues, tactics come into play. Competitors try to block one another's sunlight. A giant sail drifting in front of another can cast a shadow hundreds of meters wide, stealing its acceleration. Others tilt their sails at subtle angles, trading thrust for maneuverability, trying to edge into better positions. Merton watches it all carefully. He adjusts Diana's sail with delicate precision, like a sailor trimming canvas to catch the wind. Every move matters. A fraction of a degree can decide victory. But unlike the corporate-backed ships with teams of controllers, Merton is alone. Every calculation, every adjustment, every risk, it is all on him. And yet, he feels alive. This is not a machine race. This is sailing, pure, elegant, and human. Still, danger lurks. Two yachts nearly collide, their sails tearing like fragile wings. One drops out of the race entirely. Another competitor suffers a malfunction, its sail failing to respond, drifting helplessly. The field narrows. Merton pushes Diana onward, feeling the ship respond like a living thing. The stars wheel around him. The Earth falls behind. Ahead lies the dark emptiness of space and the promise of the moon's orbit. As the race continues, the stress grows. Merton spends hours awake, watching, adjusting, calculating. His body aches, his mind is strained, but his spirit is unbroken. The competitors play tricks. Some try to edge Diana into shadow. Others tilt their sails aggressively, risking damage for speed. Merton stays calm. He knows patience is key. Solar sailing is not about bursts of power. It is about endurance. But endurance has limits. At one point, Diana's sail suffers a tear, a micrometeorite puncture. A small hole, invisible at first, begins to widen under the stress of sunlight. Merton works desperately, maneuvering the ship, redistributing tension, keeping the tear from spreading. Every second counts. A full rupture could destroy the craft. He repairs it. Barely. But the incident reminds him, this is no game. Space is unforgiving. Other ships begin to fall away. Some are too slow. Others take risks and pay the price. But Diana remains. Fragile, alone, yet determined. Merton reflects on his journey. Why is he here? Why risk everything for this race? The answer is simple. Freedom. To sail without engines, without fuel, without limits. To ride sunlight itself. To touch infinity. It is a dream as old as humanity, born from seafarers who crossed oceans, chasing horizons. Now, that same spirit sails among the stars. But as Merton dreams, a new danger approaches. Far away, on Earth, astronomers detect a disturbance. The sun has grown restless. A massive solar flare is building, a storm of radiation and plasma, powerful enough to disrupt satellites, endanger ships, and fry electronics. The news is relayed to the racers. The announcement is grim. The race is cancelled. All ships must return to safety. For most, it is a relief. They furl their sails, adjust course, and prepare to shelter. The competition is over. But not for John Merton. Diana has sailed too far, too committed, too deep into the race. To turn back now is impossible. Her trajectory is fixed. Her sail still gleams, catching every photon, carrying her outward. Merton realizes the truth. He will not return. As others retreat, Diana pushes onward, past the point of no return. The solar flare erupts, a blinding storm sweeping through space. The race is forgotten, but Diana endures, carried by light, beyond Earth's grasp. The final image is haunting. While others flee, Diana sails on. John Merton is lost to the race, but not to history. His ship drifts outward, toward the stars, the first of its kind to leave Earth forever. Clark leaves us with ambiguity. Did Merton die? Did he embrace destiny? Perhaps both. But the symbolism is clear. Victory is not always crossing the finish line. Sometimes it is daring to go further than anyone else, to embrace the unknown, to surrender to the cosmos. Today, Clark's vision is no longer just science fiction. Solar sails are real. In 2010, Japan's Icaros spacecraft successfully deployed a solar sail, proving the concept in space. The Planetary Society's Light Sail project has flown not once, but twice, demonstrating solar sailing in Earth orbit. And projects like Breakthrough Starshot dream of sending tiny probes to other stars, riding lasers like Merton's Diana rode sunlight. Arthur C. Clarke imagined it decades before it was possible. And though The Wind from the Sun is a story of fiction, it captures something timeless: the yearning to sail free, to explore, to leave Earth behind. In the end, Clarke reminds us, the greatest journeys are not about winning or losing. They are about daring to try. And so Diana and John Merton sail forever, on the eternal wind of the sun.